We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the huddle fire with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach is trying to get back to the huddle.
Welcome to the 510 Huddle. I just want to start off by saying my Raiders are 5-2. We headed to the bye week, and I think we're gonna go to the playoffs. But how you doing today, D-Lane?
Man, I'm cool. My team took a tough L. Fought hard, came back at the end like we always do. But I seen enough, man. I think I said it after what? I forgot what game it was. Forgot who was playing like a week or two ago. I seen enough of Jalen Hurts, man. I get it. It's his 11th start. He's still young, second coach, second year in the NFL. Damn all that. He's still missing too many routine throws. We don't but you know what? You know what's hard about watching my teams, because at the end of the day, I still can't get a full beat on Sirianni as far as I don't know if it's Sirianni knows our O-line is decimated. It's been decimated all year. We got the most O-line, offensive line lineups throughout the season so far. So I don't know if it's that or if it's a combination of the O-line is messed up and he doesn't trust Jalen to push the ball down the field, but we still do not see enough shots. Like, I just don't see it. When you watch an Eagles game, you'll be lucky to see 2-3 shots a game. Other than that, it's dip and dunk. Every time he does drop back, every 2 to 3 dropbacks, he's on them. He got to scramble out the pocket because he doesn't have pass pro. It's just ugly to watch, man. It's ugly to watch.
I think it's Jalen Hurts, the quarterback. D-Lane, it's real simple. I was when you were talking about him after the game, I was watching just like some of his Oklahoma, and then I was just like, yeah, it looks nice. Like when he just everything is intermediate and short with Oklahoma as well. And then I went back to the Bama game. I went to the Natty, bro. I want to be like, why did he get benched for Tua? And now that we see Tua, bro, Tua's not a superstar Pro Bowl level quarterback. He is what he is, right? And I was like, how you get benched for Tua? And Tua's not nothing special. And he wasn't pushing the ball downfield. Bro, Tua came in and started pushing the ball downfield. And so I think that answers the question. That's just who he is. I think he's the guy that doesn't want to make a bad decision with the football. And why? Because he's not very accurate, right? He misses the easy throws. And so what happens when you throw deep? If you miss deep, you getting picked. You know that. If you miss deep, you're getting picked. So I think it comes from that. And hey, the positive is this. I think I would keep her out on my roster. I think you have a legit number 2 quarterback going into the next season. Whatever decision you make through draft or free agency trade, I think he's a weapon inside the goal line, and you have a legit number 2 quarterback, and he's a good teammate. Simple as that. And
you just brought to an Eagles fan a legit number 2 quarterback. I don't want to hear that shit. We need a quarterback. Damn that. We need a quarterback.
I'm gonna make again, bro. I swear I'll be more positive about the Eagles than you. Y'all won a Super Bowl. Your quarterback's not it. Injury-prone quarterback. Y'all got rid of $150 million. Thank you. Goodbye. Got draft capital in a weak division outside of the Cowboys. All it takes is one offseason and they're back in it. It's okay.
So you know what? Why? The other reason I'm kind of worried here is because of Howie. Howie got them draft picks is in Howie's hands. He's the ones making the decisions. And lately, he's been drafting a lot of bust. No, he's been drafting a lot of bust lately. I ain't the Ortega Whiteside. I could keep going. Barnett been catting off. He had the 1 year with us. The year he did good for the Super Bowl. And other than that, he been bullshitting. There's been countless picks the last couple of years where Howie missed the mark. And I sent you a video, or I posted a video a week ago about my Eagles. We have never drafted a safety, I believe, in the first round. And then the last time we drafted what was it? Other 2, I gotta look it up. We ain't drafted a linebacker. A linebacker. I was just posting this a week ago. We haven't had an impact linebacker since the early 2000s. Since back when we had Trotter and the crew. When D-Hawk and them was on the back, Brian Dawkins was on the backside, on the back end, with Jim Johnson calling the defense. Like, our defense is terrible. Our linebackers are shitty. I mess with my front seven, my front four, my front four, and our rotational guys that we swing in there. But our linebackers is not it. 49, he be all over the place. Yeah, Eagles fan, they be like, oh, he a captain. Singleton, I think his name is. He always there. His ass be getting dragged left and right. If you really watch the game, he ain't knocking shit over. He ain't sideline to sideline fast. If you get him in space, it's over with. A running back on an option route, an angle route, they gonna eat him up every time. Come on, man. We gotta figure something out. We ain't got no safeties either. I'm tired of the Epps cat too. He barbecue chicken too.
Well, it's a long season, so buckle up. Let's just
I like your team, I like the Raiders, man. Like I said, especially with the turnover since John Gruden and his situation. You guys are going in the right direction.
Let me ask you this, D-Lane. So Raiders 5-2 headed to the bye. Are they playoff bound?
Whew. I still got hope on Kansas City, and it's crazy. I'm saying that because their defense is terrible.
As you should. No,
but yeah, you gotta have that type of respect for Pat. So, man, it's tough.
We'll talk about them later, though. We'll talk about them later.
I got you. Like I've been saying, though, I don't see 3 teams from your division getting out. So, I still need to see you guys finish. Y'all started hot the last few seasons, but I need to see you guys finish. So I'm still gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna go with San Diego and Kansas City still. But I do like the Raiders. I do like the Raiders sneaking in there. I do like them.
I think they get in because I think they're better than the Browns. And I believe they're better than the Browns too because they have a better quarterback. And at the end of the day, I think that's when it comes down to late in the season. And we see it a lot, right? A lot of teams start hot.
No, Jose.
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
Let me talk. The Browns are 7 seed. Baker's hurt. They have a tougher schedule coming up, right? I think they play the Browns next. They get a win. They've had a favorable schedule for the most part, but with Baker and Kareem Hunt late in the season, I don't trust them. Simple as that. I think right now the Raiders, again, it's really really early. They're the number 2 seed right in the AFC right as right now. But yeah, I won't count the Kansas City Chiefs out. Right, they're 3 and 4. You got the Colts at 3 and 4, Patriots at 3 and 4. But the Chiefs are the only team there with a real shot of that group. I mean, the Steelers are 3 and 3. So we'll see what happens. But
those same Browns you talking about just won a Thursday night game on a short week with a backup quarterback and injured players all over the field. You think your team is better than a fully healthy Brown squad? That's what you telling me.
What's Brown teams better this year or last year?
That's not the question. I'm asking you, do you believe both squads being healthy, the Raiders are better than the Browns?
Yes, I saw it last year. No. The Raiders went into their house and beat them in the rain.
They beat them last year. We talking about
better last year. They're better last year.
This is a different team. How you gonna say that last year's team not winning this game on Thursday night against the Broncos on a short week?
The Broncos are trash. The Broncos are trash.
With a backup quarterback on a short week.
Case Keenum isn't. Wait. Case Keenum isn't a trash backup, bro. He took the Vikings.
It don't matter on a short week though.
It's the Broncos. That's fine. That's not.
That's not fine. That's 3 days. That's 2-3 days turnaround. You actually
beat the Broncos on a short week. You're anointed a great team because you beat the Broncos on a short week. That's what we're doing now. Because you beat the Broncos on a short week, you're anointed. Bro, the Raiders just blew the Broncos out. The Broncos are on a good team. I'm not saying Raiders beat the Broncos as you should. On to the next game. That's not a celebrated win. Come on, if you're a playoff team, you should. They don't have a quarterback.
I'm just saying, with a backup quarterback, that's tough to do. Quick turnaround. You know that. You know game planning. You turn around, ask a backup quarterback to be ready to start a game in 3 days.
They didn't have to do much. Running back rushed for 146 yards. He had the ball off. He had that good O-line. Yes, that backup quarterback, Case Keenum, behind a good O-line with Odell, with Landry.
That's what I'm saying. Ball control. I think the Browns better than y'all, man. I think they got more impact players. I think that on both sides of the ball, I think that's why the Browns are better than y'all. And then they also got a head coach. Y'all ain't got a head coach.
That is a question mark, and that leads to my next question.
That coach just dropped his nuts on Thursday Night Football with his backup quarterback when he got a dub.
That's cool. They're 4-3. The Raiders have a better record. Raiders won 2 games with no coach.
I swear, you Raider fans, boy, y'all get a
No,
good record.
they won 2 games and no coach.
Y'all got one win. Y'all got one more win in them.
Oh my god! All right. So hey, well, we got
Go ahead, Zay.
who have they played?
The Browns?
Yes. Give me their win. Their Thursday night game. That's their win.
But all the injuries they had, you gotta give them that one. You gotta give them that one. They played the Chiefs tough to start the year.
They lost, dog. It's the NFL. There's no celebrating L's. I hate there. No, we don't celebrate L's. A loss. So what's their win? What's their
We don't celebrate L's on this pod. Don't trip. Yeah. Nah, they ain't really got one.
Cardinals whooped their ass. They weren't.
Cardinals, and they had that shootout with the Chargers.
So tell me their win.
They ain't got one. I think you probably have to give them the third.
Where the Raiders? I mean, we.
They got the. We doing all this talking. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. What
do you want to
see? Week 15 or week 14. We're gonna see.
Yeah, we are. I think, and I'm taking the Raiders right now. Again, I think they're gonna leave momentum going after the bye.
That game gonna be big. That game gonna be big right there.
And who the Raiders play after the bye? Oh, Daniel Jones. What team has given up the second most pressures in the NFL in sacks? The Giants. Oh my God, I can't wait. Here we go. And what team has forced the second most pressures in the NFL? The good old Oakland Raiders. Shout out to Max and Yannick and them boys. But
that boy Yannick was hounding my boy Jalen the other night, been in that corner.
This is my last point on Raiders having a good season. They're head to the bye. You know, it's early. We can't crown them. They gotta finish strong. And my one concern is, like I said, they don't have a coach. Right now, it seems going well. It seems to be going well. And I don't. And I ask the questions like, oh, well, you know, what do they need a coach right now? What's the difference? I still believe John Gruden was elite. You know, a good game planner, but I just feel like having a coach that's been there before in the playoffs matters. John's done that, regardless. But that's my only concern going forward. Everyone's playing loose, but this is something to wonder, right? When you play elite coach, it's something. I think I tweeted about it. When you play elite coach, when we play Andy Reid in the season, we play the Chargers again in the season. We got whooped with John Gruden and the Chargers, so we'll see the difference. Can we beat those teams? So that's what I'm looking forward to. But let's get into another team coming off a Sunday night loss in a crazy weather game. It was a pretty good game though, for the most part. What's your overall thoughts on Kyle, D-Lane? I jumped on it a while ago. Again, and I got attacked on Twitter. Now it's just normal. People just talk about it normal. I saw someone, my fault, before you answer this question, D-Lane, I saw someone talking about head coaches they want for the Niners next year. I'm not, come on, I said Kyle no matter what coming back next year. That's crazy. But go ahead. What's your overall thoughts on Kyle?
Okay. Yeah, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I always say a true testament of good coaching, you know, sometimes you can see is right after that bye week because you get those extra days. Guys get healthy, prepare. You get a few extra days to prepare. You get to look at what you've done wrong in the so far in the season, what you've done right, and then just start scheming up for the next opponent. For them to come out and have that type of performance, Jimmy still not getting it done. Kittle, still haven't seen a Kittle sighting like that at all this season. I don't get it, Kyle. I'm frustrated. If I'm a Niners fan, I can definitely understand why you'd be frustrated. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know, man. I don't know, Kyle. Cause it's like
I don't know.
That's all I got. Cause I still don't. I'm not ready to call for his job yet. But that was ugly. That performance was ugly. That's why I said that was an ugly performance.
All right, that's all you gotta say. So, I sat back.
Am I letting him off the hook?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, great. Let me know. Let me know what
I'm. I don't know. I've been thinking about this all day. So I'm gonna talk a little bit. So I've been thinking about it all day. It's Monday. I've been working, you know, us and Tech, my job at Radware. Every time I had a break, I thought about this question. I thought about my thoughts on Kyle. and it came down to this. I was thinking on Kyle watching. I was like, why do we think Kyle is an elite top five coach? I've said it. We said it on the show. We talking about it for a while. When every coach we've ever judged, we've judged them by their record, not hype. It's almost like the hype beasts have taken over the NFL. They've taken over jobs where it's not result oriented anymore. Kyle Shanahan, out of 136 coaches, Josh DeBow tweeted this out. Stat guy for Associated Press. Out of 136 coaches that have coached, um, I think 60 or some more games, Kyle ranks 101st with his record. 101st out of 136 coaches in the same amount of games. So that's a winning percentage. He has a winning percentage of 44%. That's below 500. Now, some coaches are like, hey, my GM, give me a quarterback. Figure the situation out. Kyle is one of the few coaches in the NFL that has the most power in his building. Everyone answers to him except Jed York. Everyone in that building answers to him. That's why he got the 6-year deal. That's why he gets paid $12 million a year, one of the highest paid coaches in football. Him, Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Sean McVay. The list is small of coaches that have full control of their building. Sean Payton, right? That's about it. Now, my overall thoughts, I think Kyle's over his head. I'm gonna just be honest. I think it's obvious now, and it's the reality. I think he's elite play caller. I think he's a leader of men, but I think he has no clue what he wants at the quarterback position. I think he has no clue on how to handle the quarterback position, and now it's leaking into his ability to coach. He decided to eat. And I want to say this piece with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's eating up $24 million in cap space this year. He could have been traded in the offseason. Washington Redskins, there's a bunch of teams that would have took him in the offseason. You could have got any other quarterback. Jimmy's a bottom 10 quarterback right now. That's a fact. You could have got $10 million Andy Dalton. It doesn't matter. You didn't have to get draft picks away for the quarterback. Nick Foles is available. You could have got any other quarterback in Trey Lance and got the same situation. But no, and you could have had that cap space go to another player, maybe your DB, since you lead the NFL in pass interferences, which was a weakness from the beginning.
Zay, sorry to cut you off.
So that's my last,
Go ahead.
my last piece. I think Kyle's over his head, and we ignore him too fast because his dad's Mike Shanahan. That's it.
And it's crazy that that's what you said, because I was about to take it right there to Pops. It's crazy that it's playing out that it does look like he's a little in over his head. You know, he looks more like an elite play caller than head coach. But just a few like before the start of this season and shit, the Super Bowl year, we were talking elite. And when I remember when he went to the Super Bowl, they was talking about how much input his dad actually had, and I felt like he was like hand in hand with Kyle on helping throughout this whole process. So it's shocking to see it play out on the sideline. He does seem unfit. Like at this point, like the body language, everything. Like I don't know, he don't really look like a leader like that to me when I'm looking at him right now on the sideline. Cause he's not really the type to really yell at a player. It seems like for the most part, rip a guy on the sideline. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think you're spot on, and I want to take it. I want to take it here now. I want to give a lot more respect to Robert Saleh. I think he was a guy that kept everything buttoned up. Every time he talked, again, it seemed like the Niners had two head coaches, right? It was a privilege to have that staff. D'Amico Ryan's doing an amazing job with the defense. I think, outside some questionable DB play, like, which teams don't have that, right? The defense has been really good this year. Look what they did to the Cardinals. Defense, shout out to D'Amico Ryans. But, he's not a head coach. He's a first-year coordinator. And I think you're spot on with Shanahan not being a leader of men. On top of that, sorry, not a leader of men, but control of his team. But this is one thing that's not being talked about enough. Trey Lance took 2 draft picks to get, okay? Right now, the experiment has been a failure. That's not saying Trey Lance is not going to be a good quarterback. That's not to say Trey Lance is just a complete mess. No, but we saw enough already to know that he needs to play, and he's not ready. He's not ready to be an impact player and help the Niners right now. That's one. And two, he's injured. And then three, Kyle admitted today in his press conference that even if he's healthy, Jimmy's the starter. And then he went on to say, brought up in 2012 that the Washington Redskins made the playoffs after starting 3-6, and the season's not over, and so on. A whole little spill. Kyle, you lost 4 straight against 3 playoff teams, and then the Colts, who, I mean, a middle of the pack team. They're going to be 8 win team. So, but I'll say this: if I'm a 49er fan, don't fuck up Trey Lance. That's all I'm thinking about if I'm a 49er fan. You better develop him. And we're waiting. He has never developed a quarterback before. So we're waiting.
Yeah, man.
And maybe Kyle's bad luck. Actually, I'm going to say this on piece, D-Lane.
It's like crazy. What?
Who's coaching RG3 the year he hurt his knee?
Kyle and his dad. Michael's the head coach.
What happened with Lance's first game, running him to death? His knees hurt. Again, I don't think he has a fucking clue how to develop the quarterback. Actually, I'm writing this down.
Crazy.
This man might have ruined RG3. Hold on.
Chill out, Zay.
No.
Zay, go to the next take. Go to the next take. Zay crazy.
I'm on to you, Kyle. All you know how to do is dial up plays and your daddy in the NFL. True corporate boy. That's crazy.
Zay is a fool.
I'm not liking it. I like me. I like Trey Lance at a prospect. I like it.
Yeah, me too. No, I do too.
This is a pro Trey Lance pod. Don't fuck it up. And then last thing, play Ayuk. Play Ayuk. What we doing?
Yeah, he only got like 10 catches or something on the season.
Bro, we've seen him play as a look. There's some positions that you were a fluke. Ayuk was not a fluke. We watched it last year.
Yeah, he can play. The kid can play.
He flashes this year. Contested catches. He does it. What else do you want? Let's go. He looks like Robert Woods. A little better. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, quick topic. Before we get into, we're going to write off something to end the pod off. Is the Super Bowl come out the NFC? Is it a lock? Like, is the Super Bowl a lock to come out the NFC? If I was going to place a bet, put $5 on one of these NFC teams?
No, you can't just say that. You can't just say that because I really like the Bills. I really like the Bills. I still really like the Bills.
Oh, who is the most complete team in the AFC? So you have the Bills, right? I believe the Bills are the most complete team, right? Outside of that, all right, let's just write it off. Who's better?
You got the Bills.
Cardinals 7-0, Bucks 6-1, Packers 6-1, Cowboys 5-1.
I like we was gonna talk about them later. I like the Bengals, man. I like the Bengals. I like the Bengals offense. I like the offense. The defense been playing better, especially better than they have the last couple of years. But that offense, they look legit, and we're gonna talk about Joe in a second here. But I like them, man. I like them. You know what? I'm gonna go out and say I'll take the Bengals winning that division
over the Ravens.
I'm gonna go out and say over the Ravens and the Browns. I got the Bengals winning that division. I'm gonna say it right now because that boy Chase is a problem.
Hey, well, we betting. I'm taking the Ravens in that division.
All right, we can bet some. We can bet some on that.
Yeah, I got Ravens. I'm not taking. I gotta see Burrow healthy. I gotta see Zach Taylor. See how he even know how to coach.
You gotta see Chase just put two bills on Humphrey and they beat him down.
I just don't. I believe the Ravens can win consistently. I want to see more from the Bengals before I anoint them champions of the AFC North.
All right.
They got the same record. They're both 5-2. Let's go.
If I had to put money on it, though, I'm looking.
And I'm taking Lamar, Superman Lamar. Come on now.
I'm looking.
yeah. I don't know. It's yeah. I feel like it's tough though. About 50-50, but I'll lean NFC. Come out the NFC.
Okay. I I think I'll be honest. I think the Cardinals Bucks are really interesting teams. I think they're the Rams. I think those are the top three, and then Packers Cowboys. I think they're in the bottom just because I don't truly believe in their defense.
Yeah.
But the Buccaneers, the Cardinals, and the Rams to me are the three most. If I was going to rank my teams, it'll probably be still Bucks, like future, not today, future overall at the end of the season. Bucks 1, Cardinals 2, Rams 3, Bills 4, and then my 15. I'm probably know how you really like the Bengals. I really like the Chargers. So I'm gonna probably say the Chargers. I think that's gonna be the top
Chargers
three.
AFC though.
No, I just said top five pure team.
Oh, 10
Yeah,
teams
yeah.
for
I
the
think
season.
yeah, I think top three: Tampa, Cardinals, Rams, Bills, Chargers, and then I'll probably have you know Bengals, Raven, some one of those two. Chiefs are right in there. The Chiefs defense is god
Uh,
awful.
yeah, God, defense is god awful. I'll go with I'll probably go Tampa, Bills, Cardinals, Rams, maybe the Bengals. I might squeeze the Bengals in there. I like the Bengals. For some reason they grew on me this weekend. I like them. I like the Bengals.
Name me a person on the D line.
I ain't worried about that D line. I said they D line. I said they D line. I said they defense looks just a little better. What they got the boy Bates on the back end, that safety, he legit. He one of them safeties nobody really know about like that, but he all pro level type safety. He a dog, huh?
We got to bring Trey back on. Have him talk about.
Yeah, come on, Trey. Yeah, we can bring Trey on. You feel me? But Joe and the crew, the offense, man, they legit. I can't see nobody that can guard Chase. Nobody can guard him right now.
Like, he's one of the most dangerous wide receivers in the NFL right now. You gotta have him on alert all times. I'll be honest, I don't know one of their pass rushers. Okay, Trey Hickerson.
Oh yeah, the boy from the Saints.
Yeah.
He legit. He legit. He
Okay.
legit. Yeah, he legit. I'm telling you.
Sam Hubbard. I know the rookie Joseph Assad has been pretty good out of Texas. Okay.
I'm telling you, Zay, the Bengals, bro, they cook.
Oh, they got DJ Reader. He's a good D tackle.
Reader, yeah, D tackle.
Okay. And I know Cheeto from the Bay. He's having a Pro Bowl season for the Bengals at corner.
Yeah. From San, I think he went to San Jose. No, that's the one that went to.
He went to Colorado. He played at
Yeah.
Oklahoma High School though in San Jose.
Jesse Bates, Von Bell. They got Bell at the other safety spot. I'm telling you, man.
And they got Trey in that backup safety spot. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying, boy. Higgins, man, they got a squad, man. I'm telling you, they got a squad.
Now, I know they got their first big win of the season. I just got to see them stack it, right? Remember last year we were talking about the Steelers 11-0. I just want to see some more big boy wins before I start.
I told you, I watched the Steelers. That shit was flawed. Especially, I was calling it early. This team ain't flawed like that. And this team got, and the big, and your biggest difference, what you let us say, is at the end of the day, in this league, if you want to win, you gotta have a quarterback. They got an aging quarterback. This the young bull team right here. The Bengals, they got a legit franchise quarterback.
No, and I'm nowhere near comparing this team to the Steelers of last year. I was just say I want to see some more big boy wins from the Bengals. Before I think they're a playoff team. Don't get me wrong. They're a playoff team. I just want to see them more before I anoint them division champs. Because I know what the Ravens are going to do the rest of the season. They've done it before. They did it last year, and the year before, and the year before.
Yeah.
So it's your first rodeo. Let's see what you do. But let's talk about a team that has been dominated. And yeah. What's going on with Big Red and the boys?
Defense, atrocious. Just disgusting. God awful.
Hey, coach need to
Like,
do an episode of them.
man, it's Spags. Like, I don't know what's going on with Spagnolia. Like, he need to go. He need to go, man, because the defense is not it. Frank Clark jumping off sides with just stupid penalties. You're not good as you was before. You to overcome those penalties. You can't keep doing stuff like that. And then I think at the end of the day, they don't have that fear factor no more. They don't really have that fear factor where defenses and other opposing teams feared them. I don't see that no more when teams play them. I think Pat and the crew is still talented enough to get it done, but it's gonna be tough. It's a tough hill to climb. They still got what if not the toughest schedule left, strength of schedule left. I believe they got some tough teams still to play on their schedule. Let me see, because I know they still got the Chargers again. Have they even played your Raiders yet?
Nope. They got the Chargers. They got
Twice.
I mean, this schedule's not too bad. It's favorable.
Let me see, Packers. No, they still got to play the Packers, Cowboys. Come on, Zay. It's tough.
Okay, so
Bengals. I got to see the Bengals too.
So games they could potentially lose. Let's just see it. Let's see it right now.
All right, right now.
Packers.
They could lose the Packers. They could lose to the Raiders. They could lose to the Cowboys. That's 3 losses right there.
The Chargers.
And they can lose to the Chargers again. I believe they can lose to y'all only once. I don't think y'all gonna sweep them, but y'all can possibly get them for once. Yeah, but the Chargers possibly, like if they just catch them any given Sunday time, I don't know. Chargers can get their ass again if they want to. They just gotta come right. So that's 4.
That's 5. That's 5 losses. I said Bengals did at the end of the season. So that's 5 potential losses left, right? And they're sitting at what's their record right now?
3 and 4, right?
Jeez, they really did. But for some reason, they was 3 and 3. They are 3 and 4. So with those 5 losses, that put them at 9 for the season. That's out the playoffs in the AFC. It's going to take at least 10 in the AFC.
Yeah. Tell me.
So let's say they lose only 3 of those. Let's say they lose only 2 of those, right? Of those potential lost games. That puts them, with 7 losses, and they might be able to sneak in at Tennessee. But the crazy part is they can only lose 2 games the rest of the year to make the playoffs.
And I was wondering if they can make a move via trade before the trade deadline. I know it's coming up soon, but I looked at it. They're running dry on cap space. Like they're almost over, I believe.
I have 2 things. This is not an alarm or anything. Andy Reid's pedigree, he only has 2 losing seasons under his belt. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest, youngest quarterback we ever seen in football.
All right, so this is what I want to ask you though, Zay, because I didn't see a lot of people say the dynasty is over. Do you believe the dynasty is over?
Oh, reaction Monday. No.
Okay. I've seen a lot of people say that. You haven't seen that?
To me, I think it's not the NBA. This is the NFL. It's not 5 peats. Like you have the Patriots dynasty, the greatest dynasty ever. But the other dynasties, there weren't 4P and 5. No, they won a Super Bowl, 2. Have a season here and there. Win some more. Patrick's so young. Most dynasties start when the quarterback's 28, 29. There's only a couple dynasties where they start young. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. That's when they start young. Joe Montana, older.
Okay.
What's his name? Troy Aikman. He had the shortest career ever.
So what's your definition of dynasty? Because to me, I believe you got to get that back to back to even just to have the conversation. Like you got to have that in there. Like if you get that, like all right, because that anybody can get one. If you get the back to back, that's special. In football, it's different for basketball. But in football, we talking about for football.
I agree. You gotta. Is it have to be back to back, or to me, it has to be in a span of time.
So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards. I don't know if it's overreaction. I don't think it's overreaction to say the dynasty is over, Zay. I believe it's over. But this is where I'm finna tell you. This is where my stance is.
Overreaction. That's no reaction.
I'm finna tell you. Okay. But maybe not when I say this. I don't believe the window is closed. I feel like the window is there for the next 10 to 15 years because you got the franchise quarterback. Now it's just all about moving forward because you already signed them, just moving around contracts, wiggling space, and putting the right pieces around them. That's what it's about for the next moving forward. For the next 10, 15 years. I don't believe the championship window has closed, but I think the dynasty shot, that's over with. People ain't scared of y'all no more. Y'all not pumping fear in nobody no more. Y'all still can't find a receiver to put on the opposite side of the tie hill. Pass protect all that money you just put into the offensive line isn't shaking out. And we got to question that left tackle pick with Orlando Brown Jr. because we completely forgot he was coming from a running system last year with the Baltimore Ravens. Now we trying to ask him to pass pro. He looks the shits. So I don't know. The Chiefs got some serious issues. I believe the dynasty back-to-back chances that's over with for the foreseeable future. I think they need to get back to drafting and developing through the draft, and maybe a splash free agent here or there over time, one or two here or there.
I can't say the dynasty's over because all it takes is a better defense next year, and they can win the Super Bowl. And we don't look at the season different. So I can't say that with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and that team, right? I agree, right? There's some things that need to get fixed. I think in football, and I'll agree to this point. Yeah, I think for a dynasty in the NFL, we've probably had three to five dynasties, maybe. Not right, and I agree. You need to have that back to back. But to me, if you don't have the back to back, you got to have to me 3+ over a period of time, right? With one team. If not, we're gonna just look at as the Patrick Mahomes era, and that's not a bad thing either, right? Like Peyton Manning, right? He was never out on a dynasty team. He had his era with the Colts where it's playoffs, championship, like right. Like Donovan Knapp. Donovan Knapp had won 2 Super Bowls out of all those interstate championships.
There's not many dynasties in football, period.
No, you have the Steel Curtain. You have the
Cowboys.
Jimmy Johnson Cowboys.
Yeah.
Bill Walsh, Joe Montana. Well, the Raiders won
Patriots.
And that was in the 70s, though.
The Patriots, Steel Curtain, the Cowboys. Really, probably only those 3 as far as dynasty, where they went back to back. Because I believe only how many teams went back to back? Let me see. I believe it's only been.
Yeah, I'll say in football, it got to be over a period of time. But it's also you competing. Like, we don't talk about the Giants as a dynasty because they have 2 Super Bowls. I think we connect that more to Tom Coughlin and the Giants defense, figuring out Tom Brady.
It's only been 7 teams that won back to back. I was going to say 8, but yeah, it's only been 7 teams that went back to back. That was the Patriots twice, the Broncos twice, Cowboys twice, the Niners twice. The Steelers did it twice, 2 different times. They did it back to back. The Dolphins did it twice, and then the Packers won the first 2 Super Bowls ever.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so I forgot about you got the Elway dynasty. So you got
Elway. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, they for sure had their dynasty. Yep. Baltimore didn't get the back to back though, huh?
That's the
era though, like you was talking about. That's an era for sure. That's that Ray Lewis and them era, that defensive era.
I think of this like the way we talk of like superstars or like all time greats, right? Then you talk about like I think there's a difference. Like this person's all time great. This person's one of the best to ever do it. There's a difference. Same thing with teams. This is a dynasty. This is an era. Both are respectable and hard thing to do.
So that's just how you broke it down, or did you agree with me as far as the dynasty over, but the window's still there, or you believe it's still a dynasty?
I believe it's still a dynasty because my point is how young he is. At any point they could win 2.
Got you.
So the story's being written. That's why I just said it was crazy to say the dynasty's over. Because next year you could be eating crow if they in the Super Bowl and they won it.
Okay, but we both got to agree that they got to do it through the draft because they already got him on books. And I think next year his contract kicks in, right?
I'll be honest.
It probably kicked in this year.
I'll be honest. There's going to be two players that are not back with the Chiefs next year. That's Frank Clark and Tyrann Mathieu.
Badger might be back. He been balling this year.
Yeah, he has, but it's going to be next year.
I know money-wise.
Money with his age next year. He'll be 30. Boy, looking a little old.
Like 32, 30, getting up there, man. This year 10. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, damn. We getting old. You got to think about that guy. I'm like, man, I feel like it was just yesterday he was in college.
Bruh, I feel hella old. I say you getting old. Bruh, 2 years older than me.
For real?
I'm getting he's 20. He's 30. He'll be 30 next year.
Man, stop playing, my boy. He good. He got another 4-5.
Yeah, his play style, he for sure. He play like him and Earl Thomas, the same body type.
He got another 4-5.
Yeah, because but Frank Clark won't be back. They'll be able to move money.
Frank for sure ain't. Yeah, Frank for sure ain't.
You got Chris Jones. They'll find a way to get him a pass rusher. And the great part is this one of the deepest pass rush drafts in a while. They said coming up.
They need to hit in the draft for sure.
But yeah, dynasty isn't over. Now I can't count the Chiefs out of the playoffs till they're mathematically out of it. That's just me. So I'm not talking playoffs yet. So now to wrap it up real quick, let's shoot through these quarterbacks. Who you rocking with? All right, start it off. Burrow.
I'll start it off. Go ahead.
Burrow, Herbert. So for me, it's simple. The way I thought about this, who's younger? Who has the
Zay, when I asked you this, you knew what I was talking about, though, right? As far as like who you want as your quarterback,
Herbert.
And why?
More athletic, not injury prone, younger, and was a 4-year starter. And they put up the greatest rookie season ever. Year 2 with a defensive coach, still balling. You go.
Every time we've seen this young boy Burrow healthy, he's dynamic. Well, I give it to him. I give it to Herbert. Herbert, I think, is the better athlete, got the better arm. I don't know even about better athlete. Because my boy Burrow, hold on, Burrow can move too. Burrow can move a little bit too. He got sweet feet. I ain't saying like he fast. I'm saying he got sweet feet. Like he can move a little bit.
Like a Tony Romo.
But I would by far say Herbert has the more electric arm. That's not even a question. But if I'm saying who I want calling the shots and being my quarterback, somebody that got a little more swag and moxie to him, and he's running that huddle, I want Burrow. I like Burrow, man. I don't know. I like his command. I like his leadership, Zay. And it's been like that since that year he won it in LSU. It's something about the cat I like. You feel me? I like that cat, man. I just like the way he get down. I like his whole stilo. Herbert, a little more plain, vanilla, nerdy. Never can really tell with his body language. He don't look like he get too high. He don't look like he get too low during the game. Man, Burrow out there. You gonna hear him. You gonna feel him too. I like Burrow, man. I'm going with Burrow.
That's fine. I'm taking Herbert because I ain't got to worry about injuries. All right. Next one. Burrow or Lamar? You can go.
Lamar, just because he's more dynamic. But I think that's more so just a preference of a type of quarterback. I'm tripping.
You trying to change the question. Oh, look at
I'm not. I'm disrespectful to Lamar. Lamar is the MVP. I'm going Lamar.
Won the MVP at 22 years old. I'm going exactly. Lamar or Herbert.
That's tough. Now, that's more of a conversation with your preference. Because the Herbert is electric. But I always go for the dual threat guy. It's just a matter of can he hold up. But I'm gonna go with Lamar.
I just know one thing's guaranteed with Lamar, my quarterback. I'm gonna win. So I can't. And he took that jump as a passer this year. It's scary.
And we still haven't seen him with a true number one outside.
Yeah. And this year, and this is what I've been trying to tell people that dogging me, he ain't never had a one. This year, he doesn't have a one, but you can clearly see the jump as a passer. Being a good passer that had nothing to do with number one. You can see it. You can see it. Not having a one, you're gonna see drops. You're gonna see Lamar having a run because no one's getting open. You're not gonna see air throws. Lamar's not making air throws anymore. He's making easy throws. I mean, like, dude's a elite passer this year.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I wrote down because I was thinking about it. I was like, we was going through this. Lamar or Russ.
Lamar, Russ, better deep ball thrower, any dual threat still.
Yeah, I thought about this. I was like, can I pick Lamar? I said, damn, that's hella disrespect. Like Russ, you know what you're getting. Every year, you know what you're getting.
Playoffs. At least you get into the playoffs. No matter what your team is, you get into the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think that Russ is kind of getting held back with Pete.
Like you starting to feel like we may never seen like the true ceiling of Russ under Pete.
He's in his prime right now for his throwing. Like maybe 2 years ago was his perfect prime, like throwing and running. You know what I mean? About 2 years ago, 2-3. But I would say he's still in his prime. But I was just like, could you imagine him with like a Sean Payton, with the Sean McVay, like Bruce Arians would be the perfect coach. Oh my God. Just replace, like, imagine Tom on the Bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, not Tom. Imagine Russ on the Bucks. Like, bro,
that'd be nasty,
right?
Oh my God, Mike Evans. Then you got AB, him throwing it deep to Mike. AB in the slot, Godwin on the other side. Oh yeah, he'd be nasty with the Bucks.
Right, or this, like him with the Vikings.
Yeah.
All right, I just think of stuff like that. So, we'll see though. I think Pete 70. Like, how long you gonna do this, Pete? Like, but he looked young though. He looked younger than that. He looked like just like 60. But now that was a good one. Now to me, this is the hardest one. So I'm gonna let you kick it off. Allen or Herbert?
Who?
Josh Allen or Herbert?
That's tough too. I'm gonna go with the guy that's a little more accurate. I'm gonna go with Herbert. And I love Josh. I like Josh.
No, I like Josh. I'm a huge Herbert
Cali kid, man. North Cal kid.
The only reason I want to lean Josh, and I'm answering this is like, I'm in the season right now. I'm moving forward in my franchise. Is because I know Josh been in the playoffs. Like, he been there. He's battled. He's seen what Pat Mahomes on the other side. He's battled against Deshaun Watson. He's had some big games. Herbert won the road, but I'm going Herbert. I'm talking like he fragile. He went to Arrowhead and beat him. He's fine. All right. Now let's do through these real quick. For our top receiving duos, start off Josh Allen and Diggs or Kyler Hopkins.
Oh, Josh Allen, Diggs.
That's a hard one. I know I won.
Allen, Diggs. I'm gonna go. Oh, damn! Let me look. Oh, go first.
Oh, I said, I'm gonna go Kyler and Hop, and the only it's a coin flip. I just want to say that the only reason I seen them throw a Hail Mary together, I ain't seen that with them yet. That's the only reason. I just know.
I was just thinking that too. But I'm gonna go. Just so we in agreement with everything, I'm gonna go with Josh and Diggs. Why? Because Diggs is a precise route runner and he can get open against anything. Not saying D Hop can't either, but it's levels to route running. I think Diggs is slightly better than Hop.
Okay, I mean, you can't
with the route running.
Yeah,
I think Hop is a slightly better receiver.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Diggs is one of the best route runners in the game. A-Rod and Adams versus Tom and Evans.
I'm gonna just go with my A-Rod and Tay. Tay, Bay Cat, man, number one, first and foremost. You know, A-Rod, Cali cat too, North Cal kid too. But I'm gonna go with them two just because of history. They got more time together. They can do it in their sleep. But this is Brady's second year on Mike.
Do you? I mean, I can't disagree honestly, bro. Like, A Rod Adams, they might have like one of those top five records with like most touchdowns with each other and stuff. I think that's one. I ain't gonna be too much on it, but this one I think is a good one. Matthew and Cup or Russ and DK. I think Russ the better quarterback than Matthew, but I think Cup's the better receiver than DK.
So Russ is. You think it's just flat out better deep ball thrower than Stafford? Because we ain't seen Stafford just put the bitch up.
Oh, I'm just saying quarterback, like period. Like, yeah.
Okay, no, I think he's a better quarterback, but I feel like Stafford can throw from way a lot different.
I'll be honest, I think Stafford
he can spin it.
He can't. I think Stafford has that like car arm, but Russ has that like that. Russ and A-Rod and Tom have that like. I don't know.
So who you think the better quarterback out of core Stafford? I got Stafford.
Me too. But I just saying they have similar throwing styles. Stafford has a strong arm, but they throw a similar ball where it's like it's a. I don't know if I can explain. It's a quarterback.
I'm gonna go Cup. I'm gonna go Cup and Stafford. I like Cup slightly better, slightly more than DK. DK cool, but ain't really my cup of tea.
Man, I'm not trying to keep agreeing with you, but yeah, I'll just say Seahawks and try to argue it. And the only reason I guess that is because if we're going strictly deep ball, that's not a better connection. If we're talking whole route tree, I mean, you have to pick Matthew Cup. So
exactly.
But deep ball, you ain't touching rushing deep. I mean, that's probably them and them and A-Rod to me have like the best connection with their receivers, as far as like down the field. Tyreek Hill and Pat, or Burrow and Chase.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Pat. That's easy. That's an easy one.
I'm going this year alone. I'm going Burrow and Chase. I ain't seen. I saw Tyreek get stopped. I ain't seen no one stop Chase every game. Touchdown. It's a highlight reel.
You seen Chase do what?
Chase demolished Marlon Humphrey, a top 5 corner in this game.
Nickel corner. He a nickel corner. Hold on, he a nickel corner. All right. Yes, he what?
No,
he's a nickel. Who?
He's outside. Marlon Humphrey?
This year because Marcus been hurt, but he's been a nickel corner. What are you talking about?
He hasn't.
Zay, his whole career he's been a nickel corner for the most part for the Ravens.
No, he's not, bro. He's been an outside.
Hey, they've been having. Where do you think they have Marcus? They've been having Marcus and what's his name on the outside the last 3 seasons. Damn, what's my guy in that? It's their starting secondary. I'm telling you. What's that? He been there. He was there before both Marcus and Humphrey.
Bro, he's a number one. He played everywhere, bro.
No.
That's why. Bro.
That's why they got his ass inside.
First team, bro. Oh my God, he guards the number 1 receiver.
Hey, no, he doesn't. Hey, I'm telling you, he's a nickel cat. When he does, he gets his ass roasted. He was also the corner that was guarding Zay Jones when Zay Jones gave the shit up against y'all. I'm telling you, Humphrey is a nickel corner, bro. He a nickel corner. I ain't watched enough of him. No, he a nickel corner, bro. I'm telling you, Zay. Trust me. Zay, if you don't know Lano for nothing, you know what I coach. Trust me on this one. He a nickel corner, bro. He a nickel corner.
Here's an article.
Go look at it whenever he faces number ones. I'm trying to think of the corner though.
They don't play him like a nickel corner.
They don't. No, they pay him for sure. I'm just saying he like a Swiss Army for him, but he really a tool.
But Jalen Ramsey was playing the slot lady.
Jimmy Smith. Jimmy now he ain't starting them because he's older. But last season, the last 2-3 seasons, it was Jimmy Smith and Marcus on the outside, and they've been having Humphrey on the inside, eh?
So Humphrey's considered like a top 5 corner in this game, is he not?
No, he's not,
bro.
No, he's not, Zay. I promise you, he's a nickel corner, Zay. I can name a few corners that I'll take over him. He's a nice corner. I like him, but he's a nickel guy. And he got humbled. Bro, he just got his ass roasted for $2 bills and some change versus a rookie. And that ain't the first time. Matter of fact, let me pull up Jay's schedule real quick. I'm telling you, when he faced number ones, he ain't got his ass ate up in his career. Damn this. Let's see, schedule.
This is crazy. I'm asking Croc right now.
I'm telling you, he a nickel corner. I'm telling you, he a nickel corner.
I said Marlon Humphrey a top corner in the NFL.
Nah, you should ask him, is he a nickel? He a nickel corner.
Bro.
Game recap. We already know he gave up the touchdown versus Zay Jones and Derek Carr week 1. Let's see. Henry did, or Hill, he strapped Hill for the most part. Kelsey went for 100 that game.
Bro, every list.
They won that game.
Marlon Humphrey ranks as a top 10 corner. Every list, if you just Google.
Top 10 for sure. Probably like top 10, but like I said, he not like a top elite man. He a nickel corner, I'm telling you, bro. I watched enough of him. You know that I don't know why you was acting surprised like you didn't know that. You know they play Marcus on the outside and they had Jimmy on the other side.
Bruh. They play.
But I'm saying, why you acting like you don't know where they play them at?
Bro, you play everywhere.
No, he don't. So you tell me they put Marcus on the slot? Marcus never goes to the slot.
Right here. This article written by the Ravens.
This year he's playing on the outside because Marcus is hurt.
In 2020, right? Marcus is healthy, right? This article right here. Not all elite quarterbacks are versatile as Marlon Humphrey, able to play both outside and in the slot at all pro level. Right? Okay.
Telling you. Hit nickel corner.
No. Right here.
I was very shocked by that one.
Yeah, right here. Humphrey. This is with Marcus and everyone healthy. I'll be rotating all around. I'll be outside. I'll be inside. Just never know who's going to be in there. It just depends on the formation.
I know, but I'm telling you, I didn't watch them play. You didn't watch them play.
He plays everywhere, bro. Just because he's in the slot for 5
They move him everywhere, but for the most part, most of his snaps, last 3 seasons, last year was in the slot. Let me see.
He played 1 year right here. 1 year extensively in the slot. So they put him in the slot to get work there. He came in the league as an outside corner.
No, so nowhere he came in the league.
The article was talking about how they put him in the slot for the first time in 2020. Come on, bro. Just getting more comfortable. So right here, this article is talking about they just put him in the slot first time, 2020.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. He in the slot. He a slot nickel corner.
We'll see. We'll debate this. How do we get on here?
You said what?
Oh, so you acting like it's whatever that Chase went crazy on him? That's easy?
Nah, I'm not acting like that. I'm keeping it real.
A rookie receiver ball against a top 10.
Marcus is healthy. Marcus is on the outside, and it was Jimmy on the other side, and he playing the slot. He ain't strapping no number ones up like that. He ain't no Lattimore. He for sure ain't no Lattimore. He ain't better than Lattimore. He ain't no Ramsey. He ain't right. You just said it. You just said it yourself. Oh, I'm treating him like Chase. He got done by Chase. Yeah, I'm treating him like that because his ass got done by a rookie like that.
Bro, you just named 2 corners. I wouldn't say those corners are better than him. These are corners. Obviously, I would take Ramsey. I'll take Marcus Lattimore. I'll take a healthy Jair. I would take.
I'm saying I'll take Jair. I'll take Alexander. I mean, I'll take Howard over him. I'll take a healthy Gilmore over him.
That's it. That's all I'll take. 5. I'll take 5 people over him.
Phew. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Argument, not top 5. He's top.
I told you he was top 10. Though. I said he was top 10. I just say more of a nickel corner. Though. That's what I said. He can play a little bit of everywhere, but I always feel like he was more of a nickel corner. He ain't better than Slay. I'm taking Slay over him too.
Yeah, Slay balling right now. I agree.
I'm saying you gotta put my boy Slay up in there.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's wrap it up. On the Raiders on a bye week. Niners fighting for their life against the Bears this week, and the Bears don't have their coach Matt Nagy. So if they can't beat the Bears without Matt Nagy this week because of COVID, we'll talk about that on the pod.
What's Thursday?
You got to give me 30 minutes if they lose against the Bears with no Matt Nagy this week. And Justin Fields at quarterback.
What Nagy got COVID?
Yep.
Oh yeah, they lose the. Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
I need 30 minutes.
You might have to have your own segment, your own pod for that one.
Hey.
Ooh, we got a good Thursday night game though. We got the Packers versus the Cardinals.
Yep. And the Packers missing their DC Joe Barry, but I don't think it'll affect too much.
Yeah, nah, their defense wasn't all that anyway.
Yeah, in fact, honestly, missing your offensive play caller hurts more. So, because you can still get it's really your game plan for defense more than the play calling. So someone could throw in a fucking blitz here and there and get right. So, oh yeah, last thing I was gonna say on the Chiefs. I forgot what we went that rabbit hole. I think the Tampa Bay put what you need to do against Patrick, but all they do is blitz and bracket Kelsey and Hill. Blitz, bracket Kelsey and Hill.
And play cover 2, keep everything in front of them. Yeah,
and so like you said, there's no other weapons, and they can't stretch the field when those two players getting bracketed every single play.
And they know Indy don't want to commit to the run game like that, man. So they got some issues. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. They definitely got some issues.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot. I wrote down the bracket shit, which is smart. So why you gotta have more than 2 weapons? But all right, bro.
All right, well.
Yes, sir.
We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the Huddle fight with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach is time to get back to the huddle.